Are you a believer? Well, you should be. You should totally believe in your ability to do wonderful, great things. Put these words in your mind. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it, and I can do this. I can do this yoga. You can do it because you do it your way. It doesn't matter how slow you go. You really lock that in your head. It doesn't matter how slow you go. It doesn't matter how the poses look. It just matters that you move. So start moving today. You're going to be so happy. You're going to look back at this period in your life doing your yoga, and you're going to say, I am so glad that I started. I am so glad that I never gave up. I'm Jan, this is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. This is a place where you do what is right for your body. Always do what's right for your body. Everybody's body is different. Every shape is different. We've all had different injuries. We've all gone through different stuff in our lives. Honor your one and only body. It's yours. You got it. You're going to ride it through to the end. Take care of it. This is a 1 hour long strong foundations practice is what we call it. The foundation. Having a strong foundation is so important. We focus on strength and balance in this practice. Stay for the whole hour or just stay for the little warm up. Whatever it is, just try a little bit. Hang with it. Don't criticize yourself. Don't be hard on you. Every day our practices are different. I promise that. Today's is a vinyasa flow practice. We have restorative practices. We have a practice on Fridays where I incorporate bar and Pilates and yoga and weights and just have a good time. All the practices are designed to make you stronger. For example, here's a method to my madness. In every practice, except for the restorative days, we do a plank, a 1 minute long plank. And that is to build strength in your body to allow you to do all the chaturangas that we do in this practice. It all works together for your good. Trust me on this one. Hang with it. All right, here's a word to think about today as you practice, and we're going to get started in just a second. The word is ground. All week long, we're talking about just grounding down, being stable, being focused, being centered. Ground, is a solid surface beneath you, right? Having a strong foundation, trusting that solid surface beneath you. And even the saying, stand your ground, it means stay strong. Let's do that. All right, so let's start. First thing we do is we lock in a stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's going on? Don't stress out. It's only yoga. Lock in that stress number, and let's start in a child's pose today, all right? So get your props ready, have some water nearby, maybe you have a chair nearby, your strap, your blocks, whatever. Come into a child's pose. Knees together, big toes touching, hips back towards your heels. If you like, I'll give you a variation in a second. You can use a block right here to bring the ground up to you and rest your head on the block. Time to soften, time to let the outside world go. Arms down by your sides, palms face up if you like. The other variation you might prefer is spreading your knees wide, still sinking your hips back to your big toes, which are together, using the block to bring the ground up to you, reaching your arms long and forward to the top of your mat. Or no block at all. It's all good. This is your child's pose with variations. You take what feels good for you. Here's what you want to have happen. You want to let the outside world go. You want to focus on this safe space of being on your mat in this little period of time. You want to try to get your head out of the way, your mind out of the way, and let your body move. Let your body move to how it feels good. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a few big sighing breaths out through your mouth. Just let it go. Let the outside world go. Let your doubts go. Be a believer, as that little song at the beginning of our countdown said. Just believe. Believe in what you can do, and you can do it. Let the outside world go. This is a child's pose, also called Balasana. You can come back to it anytime you like. In this pose, your ankles are getting a nice stretch, and so are your knees. Your hamstrings, your calves, your thighs are getting a nice stretch. The quads are feeling it. Most importantly, your spine is lengthening. In either variation, your arms, maybe they're reaching down towards your feet, bringing your arms away from your ears. Maybe you're in the extended child's pose like I am right now, and you're working the shoulders. Eyes are closed. You are at peace, just allowing the body to do its thing. Breathe in. Fill up those lungs. Fill them up more than you think. Feel them expand out your back. And then exhale. Sigh it out. Let it go. Now close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only if you like that. It's called Ujjayi Pranayama breath, and it allows you to build heat in your body. And we'll breathe that way for most of the practice, except for that little core series where you can breathe in and out of your mouth to let some of the heat go that we built up in our sun salutations. All right, let's go. All right, come to a neutral tabletop. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Send your hips high for a downward facing dog. This is our first down dog of the practice. Adjust your body, move it around, get it feeling right. Adjust it so your feet are hip width distance apart and your heels are slightly elevated. Bend in the knees if that feels good. Look forward, look to your hands. They should be shoulder width distance apart. Press hard into your hands, fingers spread wide, little gecko fingertips, suction cup into your mat. Tailbone lifted high to the sky, hollow out your belly. Now your neck. Shake it, loosen it, look back to your knees or up towards your belly, but just let the head hang heavy. Move the head around and around and around. Start to pedal out your heels, one heel closer to the earth than the other. This is your downward facing dog. We'll come to it a lot. What's it doing for you? It's decompressing your spine. It's stretching out the backs of your legs and it's stretching out your neck. Release, let it go. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or walk your hands back to meet your feet. When you're ready, stack your spine up one vertebra at a time, keeping your chin tucked to your chest until you come up to a standing position and bring your hands to prayer center. Hands to prayer center, even this pose has a name. It's called Samastitihi. In this pose, develop your little mantra for the practice. Keep it simple. Maybe I'm a believer. Maybe I am strong. Maybe I am grounded. Nothing's going to shake me. Choose a saying, come back to it, believe in your ability. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Blink your eyes, open. Nice job. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your heels up, come onto the balls of your feet and just rock around a little bit on your strong foundation. Ground into the earth. Feel the earth beneath you. Doesn't matter how it looks. Maybe you're holding onto a chair. Just have confidence in your feet and your ability to stay standing. Just have some movement here. The results will come. Don't worry about it. Get out of worrying about the results. Just feel what you feel and enjoy. Put a smile on your face. Let's do this. All right, so you're rocking back and forth on your feet. Hands are on your hips. You feel confident, chest is lifted. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Plant your feet. Reach your arms high up to the sky. This is called an extended mountain. We'll come back to it a lot. Let's do a reach, a side reach. Reach the arm across the midline of the body. Bring the other arm down, down, down. Your thigh, reach. Breathe. Chin away from the chest. This is how you're going to feel in a few moments in our sun salutations. Inhale, come on back up, both arms up to the center. Exhale, opposite arm drops. Let the other arm reach, reach, reach. Do a few of these. Both arms reach, back to the midline, resetting, recalibrating. And then let the arm cross the midline of the body as you stretch out those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. You know, most days we do a palm tree pose. Very similar sensation in the body. Today, just something a little different. Shake it up. All right, let's come back to the midline of the body. Put a bend in your knees, chair pose like Utkatasana, and circle your arms. Circle your arms to the back of the room. Nice big circles as you prepare for, guess what pose later on? Dancer pose. This is a pose in the arms where we really get into the shoulders. So now you're warming up. Knees bend, fingers come down, arms go up, knees straighten. Take your arm circles in the other direction. Breathe. All right, wake up the shoulders, and maybe you're not waking them up too much. Maybe you're doing little arm circles to the side of the room with just little bends in the knees. It's all good. Let's finish. Come on up to standing big coat swing. This will help prepare you for the twists we're about to do. So let your arms hang heavy, and that's an important part of it, because if you hold your arms up near your shoulders, you're not you're not swaying as much. You're not really getting into this pose, letting the twist come from the waist. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Feet are planted. Nice and solid. You sometimes take that solid foundation for granted, don't you? Look over your shoulder, then the other shoulder. A lot of days we do what we call toes pose and ankle pose. And in that pose, you are strengthening your foundation, strengthening the ankles, strengthening the feet. All so important, and it all works together. All right, finish up with your big coat swing. Take your extended mountain arms, lift and reach. Reach high. Take a little baby back bend. Reach to the back of the room. Doesn't have to be a huge back bend, just a stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Let your fingers reach toward the earth. Put a little bend in your knees if that feels good. Breathe in, breathe out. That's kind of obvious, right? Don't hold your breath. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Inhale, arms sweep up to the side. Come back to your extended mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Samastitihi. Take that moment. Tell yourself something positive and good. And let's do ragdoll. Fold forward. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Adjust your feet so you feel nice and secure. I'll move back here. So feet are about hip width distance apart. Little bend in your knees. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Fold forward. Look back to your knees. A little bend in your knees. Now start to sway from left to right, bringing one elbow back toward a knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. So you're loosening up your low back. So many of us have low back pain. And this is the remedy. This is the cure-all. Oh, if it were all so simple, right? But you got to stay on top of the game. You got to stay ahead of the game. You got to move to allow you to keep moving. All right. Let's finish up here. Come back to the midline of your body. Sweep your arms up. Stack your spine. Come on up to a standing position. Extend your arms nice and high to an extended mountain pose. Lengthen. Now let's do our first sun salutation. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself that positive saying. Fold forward. Fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Your back is flat. Adjust your hands. Everybody's arm length is different, so your back is flat. Press into your legs, lengthen through your spine, and lengthen through your tailbone. This is a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands forward. Come into a high plank. In a high plank position, hold it here. We're going to do a Chaturanga Dandasana. If you want to skip it, you can always go back to your downward facing dog. Remember that one? We talked about it earlier. Come to a high plank if you like, then lower your elbows to a low plank. Flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Lengthen through the chest, come into an upward facing dog. Here's an option, stay down on your knees. So in your upward facing dog, let's now take it back to a downward facing dog. Feet go back to a natural position. Press into your mat, sending your hips high. Pedal it out, heels are slightly lifted. Shake your neck. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain pose. Lift, lift out of your arms in this standing pose. All right, you're standing. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk them forward, high plank to low plank. You could skip it and come down to your knees. Hinge forward into your arms. Exhale, chest comes down, flip your feet, so tops of your feet are on your mat. Inhale, chest lifts, stay on your knees. Come back to a down dog. You could skip that, spread your knees, and come back to a wide-legged child's pose. All options for you. I'm going to come back to the downward facing dog, shaking my neck, loosening my neck, not sweating this. This is your yoga. Let it feel good. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen, breathe. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Positive thought. Fold forward as you hollow out your belly by breathing out. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk them forward. Chaturanga Dandasana, if you like. High plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe and pedal. Shake your neck. You did it. Sun salutation A. Let's do a sun B. Still your heels. Walk your hands back to meet your feet, or your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, arms sweep to the sides of the room, lengthen up. Extended mountain. In this extended mountain, let's come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms reach forward and you sink your bottom down. Act as if you're about to sit in a chair. And you know what? You could sit in a chair, literally, and do your sun B while seated in a chair. Totally fine. Lengthen through your fingers, sink your bottom lower. Strengthen those quadriceps. Lengthen through the fingers. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. Now bring your hands to prayer center. Inhale, stand on back up. Extended mountain, lengthen. Big inhale, big soft exhale. Let's do it again. Chair pose, hips sink back, arms reach, lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward here. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. You've been here before. Lengthen through your spine. Let that feel good. Exhale, hands come down. We're gonna do Chaturanga Dandasana. Ready? You're an expert at this now. Hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, pedal if you like. Here's the sun B challenge. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Kick it higher in a three-legged down dog now. When you're ready, sweep the right foot forward, bringing the right foot in between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up to standing. Plant your feet solid on the ground. Your back foot, 45, 90 degrees, whatever, but just plant it down. Right knee, right toes toward the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, knee over ankle for stability. Maybe wiggle your toes more to the top of the mat, working your right thigh more parallel to the earth. Tee out your arms, lengthen up through the crown of your head, palms face down, sink a little lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. And as you settle in here, squeeze the mat together good and tight with your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Look to the right. Exhale, reach to the right. Really far reach, really far reach. Then tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Right arm comes down toward the earth. Left arm goes up to the sky. Stretch through those fingers. Look up to your left hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm lifts. Left arm comes down your back, left thigh. Look up to the sky. Maybe reach even farther back to the back of the room. There's your reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Surround your right foot. Bring the right leg back to meet the left. Now from your high plank, take it to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, other side, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Plant the back foot, rise on up. Tee out your arms, settle in, lengthen and settle. Lengthen and settle. Squeeze the mat actively with your inner thighs. Look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock the arms, 6 and 12. You can also bend the bottom arm, pressing the forearm into the thigh. If you got the left arm open, push the thigh open. Breathe, look up. Reverse warrior as you inhale. Right arm down, left arm up. Here's your reverse warrior. Reach to the back of the room, maybe. Cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands plant, left foot meets right. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe, pedal, you got it. Let's run through it again. Feet walk up to meet your hands, or hands walk to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, settle into chair pose. Reach and settle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, settle. Inhale, reach. Hands to prayer center. Exhale, fold in half, hollow out your belly, look back to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, back is long. Exhale, plant your hands, Walk them forward. Take your variation of your Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up, plant your feet, tee out your arms, bend in the right knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen up. Turn your head to the right. Exhale, reach far, far, far to the right. Then tick-tock, 6 and 12. Look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm lifts, left arm lowers. Maybe reach to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Plant the hands. Right foot meets left. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Other side. When you're ready, kick your left leg high to the sky for a 3-legged down dog. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, feet plant, warrior 2. Settle in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze the mat. You're strong. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look to the left and reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm lifts, maybe reaches to the back, feel that stretch. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga Dandasana, left foot meets right, high plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. You're strong. You did it. Bend your knees a little or a lot as you come into a crouching tiger pose. So knees are bent, maybe an inch or two above the ground. Hinge the weight forward into your arms, hold it here, and then come on down to your knees. All right, grab a drink of water. You did your Sun A, you did your Sun B, you did your child's pose. You're repeating your little mantra. You're in your Samastitihi pose, when the hands come together, you're saying, I'm strong, I can do it. Drink. Ooh, all right, let's do our 3 little core poses. You can do this with a strap for your boat pose if you like, if you're familiar with that. If not, come back another day and I'll show you, because I sometimes use the strap during the week. Okay, so settle in. Move your bottom around so you really feel your sits bones on the ground. First thing we're gonna do are those Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. All right, let's come on down. Hands to prayer center, say your positive statement. Come on back, all the way down to your back. Bring your heels up closer to your groin if you like. Fingers now lightly to your temples. You're looking up to the sky. Your chin is going to be what lifts because you're going to keep your neck and your spine in one straight line. Maybe bring your heels closer to your groin. You decide. Breathe in and out, maybe letting some of the air come out of your mouth as you let some heat go. As you exhale, peel up through the shoulders, chin up to the sky. Core is engaged, good and tight, right? Exhale on the up, inhale on the down. Exhale up, inhale down. You come up on the exhale because on the exhale, you're pulling your belly button towards your spine, kind of flattening out and making space for you to lift. If you were to lift on the inhale, that's really hard because your belly's full of air and it's just hard to lift, right? So lift and lower, little lifts, little lowers. And on Fridays, sometimes we hold this up, elbows open wide, and we pulse for a while. That's reminiscent of a bar practice, all those pulsing movements. So lift and lower, feel your strong, low abs working for you. Let's finish here. Come on down, shoulders rest, bicycle time. Knees come together. Soles of the feet can be on the mat. If that feels good on your low back, feel your low back plugged into the mat. You can peel your shoulders up And just work one elbow toward the opposite knee, then the other side, if that feels right for you today. An option is to stay down in the shoulders, lift your legs up, knees over hips, toes to your shins. Ride a recumbent bicycle. Just stay down here. Here's another opportunity to really feel what it feels like to have your low back plugged into your mat. I'm gonna put them both together. Fingers at my temples. Peel the shoulders up. Opposite elbow toward opposite knee as I ride my bicycle here. Another option is to straighten your legs and to kick them like they're scissors. Breathe. Remember to breathe, most important part, right? Let's finish in our bicycle pose. Feet come down. Use your strap if you're familiar with it and want to use it. I'm going to use my hands today. That's reminiscent of my Tuesday and Saturday practices. Hands behind the knees. Knees are bent. Rock and roll up a couple of times if that feels right for you. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, check with your doctor to see if she or he recommends it for you. So rock back and forth a couple of times. Have some fun. You gotta have fun, right? And then come on up to seated. Keep holding on to those thighs, elbows by your side. Chest is lifted, back is nice and flat. Don't round your shoulders. Lift, lean on back as if you were in a beach chair. Maybe little to no weight in your feet. Maybe lift your feet a little higher or a lot higher. Lean on back, chest stays lifted. Hardest part here, turn up the corners of your mouth. Put a smile on your face. Enjoy what you do. Be thankful for what you can do. Reach your fingers toward your feet. Reach your fingers toward the sky. Reach your fingers even higher. Hold. Bend your knees, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself, I can do it. Yes, I can. Row the boat. You can plant your feet on the mat if you want, or keep them lifted. Bring one elbow toward the earth, then the other. Lean back. You're rowing a boat. You got it. You're strong. Keep up with it. All right, let's finish. Come on to seated. Hug your feet in, hug your knees in, hug your feet in as the soles of your feet are on your mat. There we go. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hollow out your belly. Breathe in. Sigh it out, let it go. Maybe push the weight on up into the toes. Find your balance here. Oh my gosh, you're grounding through your bottom. You're holding here, heels hugged in. Chest toward your thighs. Maybe bring your forehead toward your knees as you roll into a little pose called Cosmic Egg. Circle your ankles this way and that, and then finish. Cross the ankles, plant the feet, come back to your downward facing dog. All right, so in your down dog, pedal it out. Shake your neck. You got this. Your down dog looks exactly as it should, as long as it doesn't hurt. You're feeling lengthening in the backs of the legs. The neck feels nice and good and loose, and the spine is elongating. As long as it feels good, it's good. Settle your heels. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the foot in between the two hands. We've been here before, but this time we're gonna stand up facing the top of our mat. Your knees, both of them are gonna be bent this time. All 10 toes pointing toward the top of your mat. Lower down in that back knee. Right knee is over your right ankle. Hold it here, maybe bring it all the way down. It's up to you. This is your lunge. You do what you like. And don't think, oh shucks, I've come down to my knee. Oh no. If you come down to your knee, you can deepen the twist we're about to take. If you stay up on the back knee, you're challenging your balance. Decide, what is it for you today? Bring your hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked. Lengthen through the crown of your head. You are looking at your right big toe. Maybe more of a bend or less of a bend in the back leg, you decide. When you're ready, take a little twist. Look to the right side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist, look to your hands. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Maybe look up to your elbow. Maybe come down to that knee and see how you can deepen your twist. That's the best of both worlds. You're balanced, and now you're twisting even more. Twist more on the exhale. Inhale, back to prayer center with the hands in the vision. Bring your hands down inside your right front foot. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat for your runner's lunge. Left leg goes long. Maybe You slip a towel under your knee. Maybe that feels better. Wiggle the right toes as far as you like up to the top of the mat. Left foot, bring the top of the left foot onto the mat. Ooh, feel that stretch. Hands are pressing into the earth. You could use a block to bring the earth up to you. You could press your hands into the block. You could bring your forearms down to the block. What I like to do is open up my right foot onto the pinky edge side of the foot. So the sole of the foot is lifted. Lengthen here. You can use your block or no block at all. Find length in your runner's lunge. Breathe. All right, now we're gonna come out of this. We don't stay long in this practice. Pretty much one pose, one breath. We're gonna send the right foot back to meet the left, and we're gonna do a side plank using the left arm as your foundation. So left arm is under the left shoulder. Take it in layers, take it the way you like. Maybe you stay down on the left knee, right leg extends, arm goes up and hold. You wanna get fancy, lift the right leg up. You could take a classic side plank, extending the legs, gluing the ankles together, shoulder over the left wrist, right arm lifts, look up. Don't let the hips sag, push the earth away and reach to the sky. Finish, hands come down, hips go high, down dog. Sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana if you want to. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, left leg kicks high. Sweep it through to your lunge. Foot between the hands, time to stand on up. Stand up, all 10 toes pointing forward. Back heel is lifted, bend into both knees. Take it slowly. Left knee over left ankle. Back knee, hover it above the earth or put it down on the earth. Lengthen through the arms here. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked, elbow stacked. Oh my gosh, big twist coming. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Look to your hands. Or maybe you're looking just to the bottom left of your mat. Totally good. Twist a little more as you exhale. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Maybe drop to the knee if you're not already there, and see if you can deepen the twist. Push into the hands, look over the shoulder. And then finish, slowly release. Hands back to inside of the left foot. Wiggle and jiggle the left toes to the top corner of the mat. Use a block if you want. Right leg is long and straight. Whew, hold it here. Stay right where it feels good. Nice big stretch in the groin. I'm gonna open up my left foot, gonna slip on down to my block with the forearms, or use your half block, or slip on down to the mat. Inhale, exhale, release, let it go. No tension in the hips. Let's now come into your side plank. Press on up, left foot goes back to meet the right. Right arm is now your foundation. Shoulder over wrist. Take the leg variation that speaks to you. Press into the earth, lift. Look up, hips are lifted. There's your side plank. Finish, hand comes down. Come back to your downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. Downward facing dog will feel like a relaxing pose here. Shake your neck. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's do some balancing. Lengthen up, exhale, soften up. Hands to prayer center, Samastitihi. Repeat your mantra. You're still here. You're doing a great job. You're not quitting. That's the measure of success. Not how far you can bend or how deep you take a pose. It's the fact you show up and you do. Hello to Liz and Betty and Tyrone and Tammy and Diane, Stan, Lynn, Kelly, Gracie, Barbara, Rena, Tim. I'm glad you guys are here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Tree pose, Vrikasana, big balancing pose, popular yoga pose. Maybe you got a chair with you, no problem. Root into one leg, open up the other leg to the side of the room. The bent leg, place that heel either inside the foundational ankle, that feels stable. Bring the foot up a little bit more, or bring it up a lot more, maybe into the thigh. Just skip over the knee, don't push the foot into the knee. Settle into your hips, having them be equidistant to the front of your room. Shoulders are equidistant too. Hands can be on a chair, your hips, prayer center, or grow your branches. By growing your branches, you're challenging your balance because you're starting to sway. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Push the foot into the leg and then push the leg back into the foot. If you fall out, big deal. Get right back in. You do what feels right for you today, and don't end on a falling out note. Get back in the game. You got this. Nothing's gonna stop you. All right, after you've grown your branches, hands back to prayer center. Bring your right foot down to meet your left. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Let it go. Other side. Root into the opposite leg. Open up the other opposite leg. Place your hands wherever is right for you. Lift the foot to whatever level is right for you. Check out your hips. Stay and breathe. Lengthen and sway. Do what you like with what you got. Be thankful for what you have. Maybe when you brush your teeth this week, try to stand in a tree pose. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right. Let's take a big step out with our right foot. Take a big step out with your right foot. Let's come into a warrior three. So you've stepped far forward with your right foot. Hands on your hips or to a chair. Let your left back leg lift. Hold on here. If you want to take it to a fuller expression, you can parallel your arms and reach them forward. Lift your back leg up nice and high. Left hip down toward the earth. Breathe. Hands back to prayer center. Let the left foot meet the right on the mat. Other side. Step back with your right foot or step forward with your left. Same thing, just other side. Start with your hands on your hips maybe. Hinge the weight forward into your left leg. Little bit of a bend in the left knee. Don't lock it out. Back, right leg lifts. Lifts, lifts. Lifts a little higher. Right hip stays down so both hips are equidistant to the earth. Hands can be at prayer center, or arms can reach. Capital letter T, that's what you look like. Hands back to prayer center. Right foot meets left, come up to standing. Nice job, you did it. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, another big pose. Really a twisty pose here. It's called Eagle Pose, Garandasana. Really works on the major joints of the body. Let's try it. Bend in the knees, or you're sitting in your chair, totally fine. What do I do with these arms? You can put them on opposite shoulders, keep them at prayer center, or sink lower in your bottom and reach your arms forward. So chair pose, Utkatasana. Sweep the right arm under the left, or take one of those arm variations. Bring your palms to touch and squeeze the elbows down. Look over your fingers, sit low. So you're looking forward, you're not looking down. Look forward, squeeze the elbows down, look over your fingers. Add in the right leg if you like. Do just the arms or just the leg or put it all together. I'm gonna lift my right leg, cross my right leg over my left, hug high in the upper inner thighs, then take the top of the right foot and hook it behind the calf. Sinking low and squeezing tight. Compression of all the major joints. Squeeze, focus, and breathe. Release the foot down. Arms unfold, lengthen up. Take a little back bend, back to arms up like extended mountain. Let's do it all again. Bend in the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take the arm variation that speaks to you. I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch, elbows down, gaze over the fingers. Sit low, either in a chair, literally, or in your chair pose. I'm gonna lift my left leg this time, cross it over, hook the foot, maybe, behind the right calf. Sink low, squeeze tight, breathe, squeeze. Squeeze is gonna feel so good when you come out of it. Now come out of it. Left foot plants down. Arms go high, extended mountain. Take a little baby back bend. Good job. Arms go back up. Guess what? Remember the shoulder workout we did? That warm-up was for this pose, dancer pose. Arms go high. Start to circle your right arm toward the back of the room. Maybe that is your dancer today. There's all kinds of dancers, right? Sweep that right arm back, back, back. Left fingers reach high, high, high to the sky. I'm rooted into my left foot. I'm gonna take the weight out of my right. I'm gonna bend my right leg. I'm gonna take my right hand, reach down and capture inside my right foot. All 5 fingers inside the right foot. Knees come back together at the midline. Lengthen up through the fingers and then kick into your back hand. Left arm reaches, right leg kicks back, kicks up, reach, look over your fingers, breathe, kick, and then finish. Right foot comes down, both arms sweep back up, lengthen. Other side, left arm sweeps back, but don't forget the right one. It's reaching really high. Feel that good stretch. Left shoulder is getting a workout. Root into the right foot, weight out of the left. Maybe reach the hand back, capture inside the left foot, draw the knees back to the midline, lengthen through your right fingers, hold on to that foot, and then start to kick back. And your upper body's a counterbalance here. Kick back, kick up, reach, stretch, you've got it. Finish. Left foot meets right. Hands come back to a prayer center position. That gets your heart beating, doesn't it? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. Open your eyes. Earlier this week, or was it last week, we did a really wide Pasarita Padahastasana. Let's do it again. Send your right leg really far, wide on your mat. Legs are spread really wide, pinky toes towards the sides of your mat. Toe heel your feet a little more toward the sides of your mat. Kind of nestle in here. Pasarita Padahastasana. Bring your body to look like a 5-pointed star. Wiggle your hips because you can. Tee out your arms, palms face down, lengthen up, exhale, fold forward. As you fold forward, once you feel like your back is nice and flat, as you lengthen through the crown of your head, take your hands, reach for your calves, then look between your legs. Look to the back of your room. Elbows hugged in by your knees. You're holding your calves. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward a little bit more. You got it. We did this, I guess it was last Thursday, where we stayed really long in a wide-legged forward fold, bringing your head just about to the ground. Don't you feel like you're that way now? Breathe. Let's release. Release your hands, tee out your arms, using your strong core, rise on back up to your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands to prayer center, and then kind of reverse pigeon toe your feet a little bit. So really just bring your heels in. I guess that's a less complicated way of saying it, isn't it? All right, so you've got your shoulders over your hips, bend into your knees. Real attractive pose here, right? Like you're riding a horse. Knees are open wide, hands to prayer center, sink lower. You got this. You're really strengthening those big glutes back there, big strong muscles. Got to have this muscle strong so you can stay strong and ground into your solid foundation. Shoulders are over the hips, sink lower. Now start to lift one heel, then the other. Breathe. Maybe lift both heels up and little teeny pulses down toward the earth. Like riding a big old Clydesdale, right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay strong. You got it. Alternate the heel touchdowns. Ooh, embrace the shake in the legs. Breathe, breathe. Come high up onto that one foot. Come high onto the other foot. Alternate. Come up high onto both balls of the feet and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Let's plant the feet. 5-pointed star. Remember this one? Wiggle your hips. You got it. Hands to prayer center. Tell yourself something good right here, right now. Bring one foot to meet the other foot. Hinge forward, fold forward, look back to your knees. Breathe in, breathe out, walk your hands forward. Walk your hands forward. Time for a Chaturanga Dandasana if you want, or we'll meet back in this pose, downward facing dog. Hinge forward if you like, high plank. Low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, hips go high. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, bringing the knee to the wrist for your half pigeon pose. Ekapada Rajakapatasana is the name of it. So your right knee is to your right wrist. Left leg is long and straight. Put a towel under it if you want. Work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Use a block if you want to put under your right glutes. Sink on down to your forearms. Spread your elbows wide, stack your hands, rest your head on your hands. Deep breath in, you're gonna lengthen. Exhale, deep breath out, soften in your shoulders, and send the breath to that right hip. We held this long in our Thursday, Sunday restorative practice. Holding this pose for a long time, works miracles in your hips. All right, today we're gonna come out of it. This is a quicker practice. Press into your hands, straighten your arms, remove the block. Tuck your back left toes under, send your right leg back. Remember, three-legged down dog. Shake it out any way you like. Plant the feet, come back to a down dog. Gaze back to your knees or your belly button. Exhale, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, knee to wrist, right leg long and straight and solid. Right shin, work it a little more parallel to the top of the mat, maybe. And come on down. Block behind the glutes if you like. Keeps your hips equidistant to the mat. Rest here, soft shoulders. Breath to the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'll show you options other days too if you don't like coming down to your knees. You can do this on your back. So check us out. Let's do that tomorrow. All right, press into your hands. Tuck your back right toes. Send your left foot back to meet your right. Shake it out in a three-legged down dog. Come back to a down dog, classic down dog. Pedal your heels. Still your feet. Hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly, keeping your elbows hugged in. Hands are underneath your collarbones. Legs, zip them up. Big toes touch. Elbows, nice and hugged in. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Keep your neck nice and straight. Exhale the air out of your lungs. On your inhale, lift up in the chest. Feel the compression in your low back. Maybe little weight or no weight in your hands. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Squeeze your elbows towards your heels and lift a little higher. Hold it. And then come on down. Hands come down, arms go long by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Chin back to the center. Now, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees, work your heels toward the bottom, and just kick at your bottom a little bit. Maybe hands, they're lying by your sides. Reach back, capture outside your ankles if you like, if you can, if you want to. Wiggle your feet back to the midline of your body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. On the next inhale, kick hard. Kick into your feet, gaze down your nose, lift and balance on your belly. Finish, come down. Legs come down, arms go down. Turn your head the other way so you're on your right cheek. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Head back to the midline. These three poses that we've done are going to strengthen your spine. Third exercise coming up. Actually, there's four. Press into your hands. Stretch, lengthen. Reach here in your seal pose. Soften in your glutes. That's the third one. Fourth one, come on up to standing on your knees. Grab a block. Block goes between your ankles. We've been working on doing a camel twist. Today, let's do a full camel. You do what you like. Make it work. All right, hands to your low back, like you're putting your hands into pockets of your jeans. Push your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Nice and strong here. You don't have to go any farther. You do exactly what works for you. I'm gonna look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. I'm gonna lengthen through my spine. I'm gonna push my hips more forward. I'm gonna look right overhead as if a raindrop were to fall right between my eyes. Now I'm gonna look to the back of my room. I'm gonna reach my fingers either for that block or for my heels. Once your hands are on your heels, look back, breathe, and then finish. Put your hands back on your low back as you come on up and have a seat on your heels. Remove the block. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let it go. We're almost to the end of our practice, but don't run out yet. Good things are coming all day long in your body and in your practice. Bring your eye shade up near your shoulders. Bridge pose. Bend your knees, hands to prayer center. Mantra time, I am strong. Come on down, all the way down. Once you're down, bridge. Bring the soles of your feet Underneath your knees, on your mat, arms down by your sides, hips lift. Hips lift, shoulders wiggle towards your spine. Hips lift good and high, arms down by your sides, keep them there. Or reach for your fingers underneath your low back. Push your pinkies into the mat. Lift higher, breathe, lift higher. Release your hands down by your sides. Roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. Remember that sensation of the tailbone on the mat when you did that reclined bicycle? Maybe search for that. Place your bottom down. When you're ready, press on up. Use your hands or don't, and send your legs long, toes up to the sky. Lengthen. Exhale, reach forward, capture your toes, hug in the elbows, and send your gaze towards your knees. Inhale, shoulders over your hips, legs spread wide. Reach your hands and walk them forward. Inhale, back up, shoulders over your hips, legs back together, hands back to prayer center. Legs are long, and now come to recline. All the way down to your mat. Bend your right knee, hug your interlaced fingers underneath the right knee while sending your left leg long. Draw your left toes towards your shin to keep your calf down. Circle your ankles, right ankle to the right and to the left. Hug the knee in, stay right here, or take a supine twist. Left hand encourages the right knee across the midline of the body as you roll onto your left hip. Keep your right shoulder down. It helps to tee out your arm, a big twist. Maybe look to the right. Hip comes down, gaze goes back up, hug the knee in again and circle the ankle again. Left legs turn, bring the right leg down, heel goes down, toes toward the shin, calf is planted, right leg is super duper long. Left leg bends, interlaced fingers underneath the knee. Shoulders stay down, away from the ears. Hug the knee in. Close your eyes and feel what you feel. Your hips are so important. Right hand captures left knee. Roll onto the right hip as you take the twist here. Keep your left shoulder down. Tee out your left arm. It helps. And look to the left. Hip comes down, hug the knee in, circle the ankle this way and that. Release the leg long, drag both heels up at the same time. Hug your knees in with hands underneath the knees. Peel your shoulders up, maybe kiss your knees, and then come down. Final Shavasana, legs spread, arms long by your sides. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Palms face up, root your entire body into the ground. Trust the solid foundation beneath you. Breathe in, sigh it out. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Breathe. One of the nice things about practicing from home, so many nice things, but as you watch it on the video, you got your remote control nearby, and with that remote control, you can hit pause and stay here as long as you want. Nobody's rushing you out of a studio. So stay here and rest. If it's time for you to conclude your practice, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, then your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead and stretch as if it were the first stretch you take in the morning before you get out of bed. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, and come into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your strong right arm as a pillow for your head. Breathe in and savor the breath out. Slowly press on up with your hands or without your hands, eyes opened or closed. You know, so many decisions. Just make good decisions, little decisions, and the little decisions matter. All right, come to a comfortable seat. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine. Soften up through your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. Okay, blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. 1 hour long yoga practice, and you rocked it. Good for you. Ground into the earth. You're solid. You are solid. You are strong. You did your strong foundations practice. Stand your ground. Stay strong. Don't quit. Don't give up. Yes, 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 you can do it, and you just did it. God bless you. Thank you for being here. See you on your mats tomorrow. And come back to that stress number. What was it? And more importantly, what is it? Don't you feel good? Now go seize your day. I love you guys. Bye-bye. See ya. Hello. She's just so silly. Bye, guys. Good girl. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga is doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.